All right, good morning. Today our lesson is about skip counting by ones and fives. And we're going to do this, we're going to practice by counting money, okay? So we're going to look at a couple charts here to remind us what a penny and what a nickel is worth. So let's start with the penny. Okay, so this chart tells us that a penny is worth 1 cent. And here's our fun little poem that you can say to remember the penny. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper brown and worth 1 cent. So here are some ways to remember the penny. It's copper brown, Abraham Lincoln's on the front of the penny, and the Lincoln Memorial is on the back. Remember, we learned about that in social studies a few weeks ago. And Abraham Lincoln's face is facing right, meaning that it's pointing in that direction. Okay, let's look at the nickel. So a nickel is worth 5 cents. And here's a fun little poem to remember this by. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5, I know that. So here's some easy ways to remember the nickel. It's silver and medium sized. Thomas Jefferson is on the front. The Jefferson house is on the back. And his face is facing left, pointing the other direction from the penny. Okay, so let's use that information that we learned to practice skip counting. All right, so here is our number line if we're skip counting by ones. So if you see this number line, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Since we're counting by ones, our missing numbers would be 7, 8, and 9. All right, using that information, let's figure out how much these pennies below equal. So if a penny is worth 1 cent, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's practice skip counting now by fives using nickels. First, let's look at our number line. Here we have a number line from 0 to 20. If we were going to skip count by 5 on this number line, we would always start with 0 and we would jump 5. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. Okay, so now how much do these nickels equal if each of them are worth 5 cents? Let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20. So those are worth 20 cents. All right, let's look at a couple worksheets and let's practice, okay? So let's use the information that we learned to count these pennies and how much they're worth. Let's start with line number 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These pennies are worth 7 cents because each one equals 1 cent. Let's look at number 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are worth 5 cents. Let's look at number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are worth 9 cents. All right, so now I want you to pause the video and to see if you can figure out 4, 5, and 6 on your own, and then come back and we'll see if you're right. All right, so you tried on your own to count how many these pennies are worth. So let's see if you're right. All right, let's count number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are worth 6 cents. Let's look at number 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those pennies are worth 7 cents. Let's try the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those bottom are worth 8 cents because there's 8 pennies. All right, let's try the nickels now. Okay, if we come to this sheet about nickels and we're going to skip count them, let's see if I can get my pen to work now. There we go. How much are these nickels worth? So remember, when we count nickels, we're skip counting by 5. So let's see what this first row, how much that's worth. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So that first row of nickels is worth 30 cents. Let's try the line number 2. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, those are worth 40 cents. Let's try number 3. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's the same as the first one. All right, so now I want you to pause the video and try 4, 5, 6 on your own, and then come back and we'll see if you're right. All right, so on your own, you did 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what the answer is. Number 4, these nickels are worth 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. All right, let's look at number 5. 5, 10, 15. Those are worth 15 cents. Okay, the last one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Did you get them right? I hope so. All right, okay, so using that information that we practiced tonight when you work on your homework, you're gonna do these 2 pages. The first one is called Match Your Pennies. You're gonna draw a line from the box of coins to the amount that each of them is worth. So remember, when you count pennies, you're skip counting by 1. All right, let's look at the next one. How many cents? You're gonna count. These are all nickels. So remember, when you count nickels, you're skip counting by 5. There's a lot of nickels and a lot of skip counting, but I know you can do it. All right, if you have any questions, then we can talk tomorrow in class. See you then.